Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm going to continue with the spooky pinball theme I got going right now, and I'm going to play Slam Tilt Pinball, and the table on this I'm going to play is Night of the Demon. So a bit of the backstory on this is I've actually had this game for quite a while, many years. I probably tried to play it on Windows XP, Windows 7. I never could really get it to run well, if at all. I don't even know if it did. So I figured I'd try again, seeing how I'm doing this, and I knew that this was one of the tables on there, and it was pretty tricky. It would not install again, as that's no surprise, being on even a newer operating system. I'm using Windows 8.1 32-bit. But what I discovered was while installing, it would install all the other garbage. This was one of those expert software titles, you know, they'd come in the white box with expert, which was written in red or blue or some big letters, and it would install all that other garbage like AT&T online, stuff like that. You've all seen it, AOL. But this time I tried and it failed and it failed. It would install all the garbage but not the game. And I finally saw, by going on to my VirtualBox Windows 95, that it did install on there. It installed with a old version of DirectX, and even though it installed after the reboot, it wouldn't run. So I was like, okay, it's something weird going on with DirectX, so it would fail if you couldn't install DirectX because there's no rights to the hard drive or something, blah blah blah. Well, I look at the files and I'm like, you know what, I've done this before in the past, I just hadn't thought about it in a while. Sometimes you can just take the files, if it's not like an installer that needs to extract anything, you just take those raw files, drop them in a folder, make some tweaks, and you're good. So that's what I did. I dropped all the files on a folder. It didn't run the first time. I saw there were some DAT files, so I took that folder, dropped it into this folder on the desktop, started going through it. I saw that there was a pinball exec, so I looked at that, put it in compatibility mode for Windows XP, and boom, it finally ran, and it's running great. So, you know, that's one of those tricks. If you've got a piece of software that won't even install, even if you're trying to install it in compatibility mode for Windows 95 or, say, Windows XP, and it won't install, there's a couple things you can do. If, and I've done this before too, if you can get it to actually install on a version of Windows 95 and DOS, not DOSBox, but if, well, you can do it in DOSBox too, but if you get it in a virtual machine, you can then take those files once it's installed, and if it doesn't have any real registry issues, you can just drag those files onto a modern computer and run it in compatibility mode, and it'll actually work, even though you couldn't install it on that computer because it was blocked because the installer wouldn't allow it. So, having said all that, finally getting to play this game, it's pretty fun. I mean, this is the classic 90s pinball setups we're all used to, and I think you'd probably find pinball games like this on the Amiga and stuff like that for the time. This is early Windows stuff, Windows 95, Windows 98, Millennium. This came out, this package says it came out in 96, 97 or so. But a lot of those games were really cheesy. But this one right here, it's got a good theme. The ball physics are not too bad. And I love the dot matrix on this. They got some real great graphics. They got some really good special modes to play on here. So I can't say I could be any more pleased with this for spending $1 or $2. I don't know if I'm telling anyone to go out and buy it. It looks like it's like about $10, and you know, I don't know. You might not be able to get it running like I did, but if you can find it for cheap and you can get it running, I think you'll have a lot of fun with this, because it's got all those features that you'd see in a 1990s pinball machine when pinball made a comeback. And you know, you've got the dot matrix, you got special modes that you can play through, and I mean, even you'll see coming up here, I've got this spot where I have to actually shoot like a monster, and it uses the flippers. And at first I'm flipping one flipper, and it takes one shot, and I'm flipping and flipping, and I'm like, what's going on? So I flip the other flipper, and it shoots again. So it's like, oh, you got to do rapid fire back and forth. So pretty cool the way they did this. And then there's another one where you'll see a bat come up, and it's choosing the different ramps, and you got to hit those ramps. So it's not an easy game, but it's fun. I had a real good time. So I strongly recommend this for one of those classic pinball games from the 90s for the PC or Amigas and stuff like that. So that's about all I gotta say about this. It's a nice, creepy little theme. The music's great. The graphics are great. You can run this in a larger mode where it scrolls the whole field, but it scrolls really fast, and I've never really liked that mode because you don't get to see the whole table as much, and you tend to lose the ball a lot more because you don't know what's going on. Then the ball is being kicked out, and it goes to different areas. So I like playing as much in full screen mode. Oh, here's the werewolf coming at me, where I finally figured out how to get this. But it's fantastic, and watch the end result of this. But I'll let you keep watching. There's about 20 minutes of gameplay left, and just enjoy it if you like. And knowing that if you found this, there's also 4 total tables. They're all pretty fun, and I don't know. I was shocked and very surprised at how much fun I had with this machine, and I'm probably going to play some more today because I want to get through a lot more of these modes and see what they do and see some more of the graphics up in the dot matrix. So again, thank you guys for watching. I'm just going to continue more with Halloween season and playing spooky games and see if I can show you guys something you never seen before, and maybe you'll want to pick it up and have a good time with it. So thanks again for watching. We'll see you all soon.
Shoot and ram. There it is.